What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an all my love reading for the sign of Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, you guys are last but not least from last week's zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so hopefully you guys are familiar with the All My Love readings. A lot has changed since I've been on hiatus for a minute, just cleansing the energy. And so hopefully you guys get kind of adjusted to it just as much as I am trying to adjust as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. These are pretty much readings that are similar to the dream catcher readings. Okay. They just revolve around love. Okay. So we have one from the top, which is your energy, one from the bottom, which is the energy of the situation and or person, and then we have one energetically from the middle, which is the energy between you and the person and or situation. Okay, so pretty much kind of like the outcome between the two of you. Okay, so let's see what's in your spread. We have spontaneity in your energy. Then we have virtue in the energy of the person and or situation. And then we have peacefulness in the energy between the two of you. Okay, so very nice. Okay, this feels like a very uplifted spread, if you will, to start off. Okay, so spontaneity in your energy. Okay, you move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely, lovingly embrace new situations. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Okay, so of course think of being spontaneous. Okay, I feel like Scorpios are like that anyway, in a sense. But sometimes you guys can be a little bit methodical with your spontaneity, only in the sense of seeing what the result is. Okay, of doing so. Okay, as it benefits you occasionally. Okay, but nonetheless, you're moving beyond the constraints of your mind. So you're not thinking so much in the sense of doing that anymore, where how will it benefit me type vibe. It's more so of let me just do it, because it's freely and lovingly. Okay, and wanting to create some type of new experience between you and said person, or in love in general. Okay, so moving without constraints, which is good. Okay, you're not con, you're not refraining yourself based off of your mindset. Okay, so let's go into virtue, which is the energy of the situation and or person. Okay, so it says here, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Okay, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Okay, so virtue. So I feel as though whoever your person is or the situation at hand, this person is very virtuous, if you will. Okay, they see things, through a clear lens. Okay, or rose-colored glasses, if you will. As far as their spiritual attributes. Okay, and they help assist others in a way of leading by example, if you will. Okay, and maybe you are able to move in this spontaneity because of the fact that they are that, they embody that. Okay, in the sense of helping you grow as well. Okay, when it comes to love. Okay, and so sometimes leading by example is the only way to show someone and have them entrust in you, that you mean well to them. Okay, and so that's possibly what this person is doing for you or the situation at hand. Okay, so Let's move on to the last card here, which is peacefulness, okay, which is the energy between the two of you. It says you recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul, okay? So, if you're someone, Scorpio, that wants or requires peace in your life, where in spontaneity there may have been some negative experiences as far as more hurtful situations of spontaneity, in the sense of, cheating, things like that, okay? Um, or arguments or disagreements, things like that, all the time, jealousy, envy, all of that going on between you and previous people. But this particular situation is very peaceful, okay? It does not bring you all of that toxic karmic energy, okay? And so you realize, or have finally realized, that that is the type of love that you would like in your life, okay? And that this is what this person brings, okay? They don't bring toxicity, they don't bring jealousy, they don't bring karmic energy to you. It's a very lighthearted, calming energy, okay? And maybe that's different for you, okay? And so sometimes you want to jazz it up. Now, there's some people, that, can't understand or adjust to a calm love life, okay, where they feel like they have to bring some type of turmoil in just to see how the person will handle it. And it's like, you don't have to do that, okay? It only wrecks the relationship, because if this person that you're with sees that that's what you're doing and it's a pattern, it could end up backfiring, okay? And so it's best to approach it in a sense of seeing that you finally have some form of peace in your relationships. I would want a more peaceful relationship than a toxic relationship. That's just me personally. But, that seems to be kind of the stigma of your love life at times, Scorpio. And so change the pattern, okay? Change and break the cycle, and, be open to this new virtuous type of energy, okay, for your relationships. Now, with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and lightly shuffle this wellness deck, in regards to what your sign should be focused on right now, okay, within the situation. And it's a little light shuffling because it feels like the energy is kind of like shifting and calls for it, okay? So let's do a little light shuffling. I'm not going to hard shuffle. I'm just do one from the top and then one from the bottom. You can take both of these messages for yourself, or one for yourself and one towards the situation, or both towards the situation, whatever works for you, okay? So it says clock, okay? Clock. Need time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal, progress, okay? I'm gearing more towards the time to heal and progress, okay? Because you've probably taken all the time that you possibly could, okay? And who knows if this is in relations to maybe being separate from someone. Maybe the time is ticking, okay, for you, Scorpio. And that could only be for some of you, not all. Take what resonates and pass the rest, okay? But also feeling this progress, and that's because of how this this transition goes with your spread here with spontaneity, virtue, and peacefulness. I love this main spread, using the main cards, because of how the cards lay out and show the progression that's happening within the situation at hand for whatever sign I'm doing a reading for. So it's nice to see clock here. I'm going to look at it more so as a positive standpoint, as needing time to heal from past karmic energies and karmic relationships and progressing into a new form of being when it comes to love and just, self progression. Okay. Now, let's look at the second message, which you end up with soulmates. Okay. Soulmates came up also in Cancer's reading, same spot. Okay. So, soulmates has came out for you guys, and it says soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Okay. And so if you have Cancer in your chart, by all means, you can go to the Cancer reading and kind of fast forward to where soulmates comes out, and kind of get that message for you kind of mixed in, to kind of give you a more well-rounded reading. Okay. But obviously, the time you've had time to progress, to heal, time to think possibly about your situation, your love life in general, or a particular person, and realizing either you want a soulmate or you have found that because you have peace. Okay. Now, something that you've never had before. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing, do kind of like a light shuffle on these romance angels to see what the overall outcome is with the energy. Okay. I'm not going to do a hard shuffle of threes like I normally do. First time for everything, although I did do it a few times within the readings today. Get into Scorpio's energy a little bit. Little change of positivity. Again, very proud of you guys for kind of taking a swift turnaround from the beginning of the week with your dream catcher reads, if you have not seen it. Okay. So, and I feel like you guys might be in that kind of thought process of, you kind of go into that dark night of the soul type vibe or shadow work, and you quickly get yourself out of it, or has up lately you've been getting yourself out of it pretty quickly, because there's positivity around you. Okay. You're taking more of a positive route, so it's like, don't allow things or people or situations to control your energy to where you kind of end up veering off into the deep end of, believing what others say. Okay. Especially advice of others. Okay. And I think that is something that I kind of touched on in Leo's reading as well. So I think that's enough. Let's go one from the top and one from the bottom. Same situation, how you can view these messages for yourself or towards the situation. So let's see your first message, which is romantic feelings. Okay, romantic feelings, Scorpio. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so we have clock, and like I said, time to heal and progress is the main phrases that I took from that card that really drew my attention. And with the spontaneity of freely and lovingly embracing new situations, meaning that's kind of confirming that change that you're going through in regards to moving forward with this relationship or situation, like I said, or just in general with love. Okay, but obviously there's something current going on, and like I said, this virtue of the energy of the person or situation is literally showing, or showing you, leading by example of what they're willing to do. Okay, and so literally someone can show you how to love or how to love them by just loving you. Okay, and you have to be able to know love languages and really understand how this person has been consistent with you. Okay, if you've seen consistency and no break in change of characteristic behavior or whatever the case may be, this is proof here that you know exactly what it is that you're feeling. You're feeling love. Okay, for the first time. and it's probably scary to you. And most of the time, it is for anyone that has not had it before. But when you never had it before, you know what it is when you see it. Okay? So let's move on to the second message, which is let your friends help you. Okay? Let your friends help you. Now, it says ask for and accept support from others. Okay? Ask for and accept support from others. Okay? Now, when I get ready to get into this, okay, friends is a word that most people use very loosely now. Okay? And again, I touched base on this in Leo's, I think it was in Leo's reading, in regards to those who have a negative outlook on love are not the ones that you need support from. Okay? Um, you need to pull from people who have had beautiful outcomes in love, okay, that are real, okay, and not fake, okay. And you have to be able to know the difference of whether or not someone is trying to keep you from being in love, okay. And there are those type of people out here because they're selfish in the sense of, if you've been a wingman for somebody for like umpteen years and now all of a sudden you want to be in love, they're by themselves, okay? And misery loves company, okay? So stay away from those type of people and deal with people who have had positive experiences in love, okay? Those are the ones that will support you, not the others that are envious of you, okay? So with that being said, Scorpios, that is all that I have for you guys today. I have some other readings to do eventually at random. You'll see them when you see them, okay? So I won't see you again until the next one. But until then, peace.